What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I gotta talk about this because Bleach has been one of my favorite shows since a long time ago, and I remember as a kid like waking up watching Toonami. So I just wanted to go over the characters because one thing that every trailer did was that it teased the cinematics, the super attacks, the ultimates. A lot of people are new coming into Bleach too, so they don't know what type of character they're getting into as well until they play. So I wanted to dive down into every character and give you guys like a little not sneak peek, but like a visual representation of what this character can do during their ultimate. But it's also a good video to let you guys know which characters are going to be playable in the game, starting with Ichigo. Ichigo is the main character of the whole anime, so he has to be in there. The cool thing I like about Ichigo and that the approach they're going with this is that transformations are a thing. So not only do you have your average sword user having their own moveset, they all have like a Bankai or awakening state that switches up their movesets. So for Ichigo, he definitely has a lot of more variety when it comes down to his transformations. He's like Goku. He got like 7 transformations. So I'm curious on how far, with DLC included, will they include his transformations. We already know a few of them, including the white Ichigo form, which is his hollow bloodline characteristic, if you want to give it his consciousness of the hollow side of him. But just like how he has a hollow consciousness, that consciousness also has a blade or access to the blade, and therefore there is a split between his Zanpakuto's consciousness, therefore creating 2 people inside of him. And so I'm also curious if they're going to give his hollow form or white Ichigo as many transformations as they will with regular Ichigo. So that includes his his hollow state as well. Ichigo has a lot of cool forms that you can see from the show as well as from the game, but most importantly he does have another form that I'm curious if they ever do make like a Bleach Rebirth of Souls 2, will they start diving into this era of Ichigo. But these extra Ichigo forms are also very cool, and I hope they might add them in the near future or in the sequel if not. The cool thing though is that we do know confirmation, shout out to Nechikage, we do have confirmation that final form Ichigo is going to be in the game, the one where he's like training with the chains. He came out of that training thing to whoop Aizen's ass, but I think his ult might be the Getsuko Tensho where his hair gets black. I don't know if we get to fight with him having the black hair, but I was already like assuming we are going to get this form anyway because they gave us Aizen. Why not give us the counter powerful state that Ichigo fought him with, The next character that's following after Ichigo is Uryu. Uryu is going to be a sick range type of fighter because he uses the Quincy bow and arrow technique, which is sick. I like how clean they just make his character design look throughout the whole fighting. This game is just very polished. You already know Bandai Namco a very well job when it comes to their cinematic or their CGI cell shading type of fighting style games. Sato is like, I didn't even know he was going to play really good. The first time making this video, I was checking out all of the character trailers because there was a lot that I didn't see, and there's a lot of gameplay that I don't know about this game, so I'm very excited when it finally comes out to try it. But I did see how they made this dude have the bunnies, so I'm excited to actually use him when we get our hands on this game. But yeah, Sato is in this. Then we have Shinji. Shinji was a character that I was surprised because he was very cool. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get his version that we see in the 1000 Blood War arc, but we could probably hope to see it as DLC. But he has a very good sword technique that I think would make players very mad, so I'm excited to see how this will switch up the meta. Yamamoto was a crazy captain. He's captain number uno. He's a top dog. This dude does have other transformations as well. You get to use the sword, and each sword has like a transformation state it's called the Bankai. Yamamoto, you already know he would get his, but I don't know if they're gonna go crazy with his. It depends because the arc is not there yet. But next character is Byakuya. Bro, Byakuya is amazing. I also hope that eventually in a game sequel or as DLC we get his ultimate form where he just goes crazy. This dude, you know, you see a lot of petals and you might not like flower type swordsmen, but remember, he splits his sword into tiny petals that is hard as steel, or I don't know what type of texture material, but it's sharp, and he can control a lot of that like telekinesis. So yeah, this dude is super broken with the sword. I'm glad to see him in the game. Gin is another captain that I'm also excited to see be in this game with his he has a very extendable blade that even challenges Sephiroth's. I forgot his sword's name, but yeah, that shit's long as hell. Pause. But that sword technique that he uses is crazy. Ikaku is going to be in the game. This dude is, you know, that bald-headed berserker type. He has a sick technique with his Bankai as well. So I like the switch up with his weapon style, and yeah, he's going to be an interesting character. I know it's going to be upsetting that his partner's not in the game as well. That dude was his duo when they were in the trenches. So Uzaru is another crazy character because they're putting like side lieutenants, and I'm not sure if all lieutenants made it in the game, but I'm glad to see that these captains or these lieutenants were able to make it. The cool technique about his sword in the show was that every time that your guys' sword would clash, yours would get heavier and heavier, and that was his meta in combat. So it's cool to see how that style will transfer over to this game. Then we got our boy Tosin. Bro, Kanami is another good character that I like to use on Brave Souls. Not only that, but hey, we got a brother samurai in this show, and they gave him justice in the show too. I don't care if he was evil and he lost. They gave him sauce regardless. So this dude, not only that, I hope he gets his transformation. I'm not sure. If they don't give him his transformation, that's a fumble. That's on them, because it's considered within that arc. But based off of his gameplay, I am excited to see how he's going to be in the game. Kenpachi is a berserker demon. That dude is a crazy swordsman. He wears an eye patch that constantly debuffs him like every day on purpose, and he only uses the sword with one hand. And the crazy thing is, he doesn't even know how to activate his Bankai. And I'm not going to spoil it for people, but this dude is insane when he actually wields it with two hands by a long run. So it's funny, like other people use Bankai and this guy just uses two hands instead of one hand. So I don't know if they're gonna, with the DLC, extend it into that range, but we'll see. Then we got Kisuke Urahara. This dude is like your Kakashi from Naruto. No, they're not going to give us his Thousand Blood War arc form, but that would have been insane. But this dude was a trainer for Ichigo, so I'm glad to see that we have I want to see how well his power leveling would be, because I know there's no power scaling in this, it's more on technique. But I'm still excited to see like how his moves would play out in the final game. Mayori, I think this guy was a researcher captain. I don't like it's going to be interesting because I didn't really see him throw hands, but I know he does have a sword, so his playstyle still fits the game. I'm just curious on his mechanisms. I have to go back and like dive into what's his sort of playstyle, but I know he has his assistant. She might come in during some of his movesets to help. I just know when he does use his Bankai, it is an insane background to see his Bankai just chilling in the back. Like, I love how they still adapt the battleground to these characters' move style. After Mayori, we do have Rangiku. I like this character a lot. I did not expect me to like this character, but this character got sauce. She's very good with like this sand technique. I just also wonder, speaking of this character, I wonder if they'll have it, because there's an arc where their Zanpakuto kind of personifies and their human form appears. I wonder, would they have us, like, could we have skins of those characters, of their Zanpakuto? Because technically they would fight the same if they're using the same techniques. They just reskin them. I believe that would be sick. So if they're watching this, hey, their Zanpakuto as skins would be awesome. Then we have Renji. Of course, he's one of the main characters of the show. He got his extendable sword and his Bankai with that one ape-looking arm thing. So I know this dude might be super tanky or counterable as well with his tactics. We have Rukia. She's the another main character in the show. so you have to have her. She's very saucy with it. She was in Jump Force as well too, so she has very nice ice techniques. But just like Rangeko, I hope I hope that if they give us skins, we can get her costume as her Zanpakuto as well, because she looks sick. It's like a white samurai looking lady. Moving on, we got the next character, Shuhei. This was also a surprise lieutenant. They said they were going to try and rival Sparking Zero. I don't think they'll ever reach those numbers, but they did hit a lot of diversity points for this roster. So Shuhei is a big five-star bonus on that. But yeah, he fights with like a scythe, a dual scythe. His Zanpakuto character will look insane in this game. Bro, I'm just saying. Of course, we have Aizen, one of 100% going to be everybody's mains when this game drops. He has legit 4 transformations going into his, I forgot what they, not the set it, it's Hokyo. It's something that starts with the H. He's like absorbing it, and he just keeps getting more and more evolved during each phase, which changes up his movesets. Not only that, he got like the trickery, spell, haku, what do you call it? Haki? I forgot what they call the little tactics, but yeah, he has a lot of movesets and diversity when it comes to with his transformations. I'm excited that they're actually representing everyone, just like how Brave Souls did it. So it's cool to see it in 3D. Then we have Soy. Of course, I think they are adapting her technique to where if she hits you in the same spot, you just die. I don't know how they're adapting it. I just know they do have like some sort of meta with her super attack revolved around that. Then we have Toshiro. I'm also curious, not only does he have his Zanpakuto form if they give us that as a skin, but I'm curious if they would give us his adult form if it branches into the 1000 Blood War arc. But other than that, he's being in the game is a W, because this guy is going to be like the Todoroki of this fighting game. He has the ice attack, so you can tell that he might be a balance between close and far range. Shun Sui, he becomes the captain of the 1st division, but I'm not gonna say nothing. But before that, I think, yeah, he was a captain of the 8th division, but this dude has like a little game type of tactic. But I like his Bankai as well as his diversity in his outfit. So we do have samurais out here with some drip. But on top of that, costumes are going to be a thing. I don't think I said that in this video yet, but there would be alternative costumes. Then we have Yoruichi. People mainly love her for her excellent abilities, and that's just where I'm going to end it. But I'm glad to see that we got, instead of swordsmen, we actually got people with the bunnies out here that can throw hands and be hella quick with it. But speaking of throwing hands, we have Grimjow Jaggerjack. Now, when I seen this dude's trailer, there was only like 140,000 views, but someone like Mayori got like 160,000. So I'm like, bro, that's hella disrespectful for that Arrancar, bro. Grimjow is a goated Arrancar, because this dude does nothing but throw hands in the show, and he's pretty funny. But I'm glad that he is also being represented in this game, because he was one of my favorite Arrancars. You would definitely see me maining him, as well as his transformation. Neliel is also an exciting character I didn't think they were going to add. She's one of the Espadas, or I think she's a hollow. I don't know what the hell she is, but she's in the game and she's hella dope. I'm excited to see that they did adapt her transformation as well, so she's going to be one of those crazy insane fighters for sure. Then we have Granz. I'm not saying this dude's full name because that shit is hella complicated, but Granz is you know, I like the sauce that he has with his first form. I don't know how he would work when he transforms, because he does, I don't know, it just looks a little weird, but I do like this character, so I'm excited that he's also being in this game. Then we have, bro, one of my favorite, now this dude is a goated Espada. He is Yukiura. This guy, I think I have one of my Warframe weapons named after his ability, but just like Aizen and Ichigo, he has hella transformations, and I'm glad that they adapted it as well. So this dude, yeah, he's going to be insane. A lot of people might be maining him for sure. Next we have Stark. Stark was a surprise for some people as well. I think he has two move styles where he switches up from a range fighter to a close range fighter. So there's a lot of tech that comes into his movesets if you're interested in trying him out. Halle Bell, bro, this person was it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper character for sure. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like her, but she's very goated. I use her in Brave Souls as well, I think. But she has like a lot of I think she has like this water technique. But I'm curious how they're adapting it as well, because I'm not checking out a lot of footage of this game to be a surprise when it comes out. But I think she was one of the Iran cars that attacked them, so I'm excited to see how they make her moveset. And then finally, Kian. I don't know how I pronounce this dude's name. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know who the fuck this character is. I've never seen him in my life, or I don't know like where this character came from, but apparently people are excited to see this character. I feel like I skipped something on Bleach then, but hey, I'm telling you, the diversity points, they are hitting everything. But yeah, he's in the game, so that's goated. That's awesome. We got 32 characters. That's pretty much, that's a good solid roster, as well as I think they have 4 DLC characters on the way that represents the 1000 Blood War arc. So I'm excited to see which characters they're pulling from that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But before I end the video, I do have some characters that I feel were missed out or missed opportunities, and if they do see this video, I hope that we might see them in future DLC eventually. But for sure, I feel like any member from Squad 0 could be a W character for a DLC pack. I don't know which one, because they're all amazing. I take that back. Everyone except the chick that did her little paint thingy, because I don't really see her boxing. But hey, every other character in that squad was awesome. But I would just say, if they have to choose one, just choose her last. Second is Jushiro. Please put respect on this captain. I don't know why he didn't make it in the game, but this guy, aka Gara, is also a goated character if you have watched the new arc. Then we have Grammy. Bro, this dude is also insane. So if they're reaching into the 1000 Blood War arc, I need him, because his meta would be crazy. Wonder Weiss was a miss, bro. Why? Because, bro, Wonder Weiss going against Yoruichi would be cool to see. Wonder Weiss was one of my favorite Aron cars, so I'm bummed out that he's not, he didn't make it, but he could have potential. Then we have Whack. How do you pronounce his name? But this dude is the main villain of that arc, so I would see this as a dumb decision not to include him in any of the DLC. Berrigan, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but he was one of the Espadas. He has crazy death tech, like I think everything he touches just dies, so I don't know how his meta will work in this game. I think his name was Kugel, but this dude was the original first substitute Soul Reaper. He was a human and he became a Soul Reaper just like Ichigo. This was a boring arc that a lot of people skipped over. I thought it was kind of decent, but it wasn't as crazy as the other ones. But yeah, no, he appearing in this game as well would be a cool chance to give this guy some light, because he was a dope character in the Brave Souls as well as in the show when it got heated. But yeah, that's all of my hopes to see for this game. The roster's already out there. If you want to see the gameplay, it's already out there. But it's coming out March 21st, I believe. But I'll be having this game on my channel. But if you want to check out the live, be sure to tune in. And like always, you guys be safe, keep up the grind, and I'll see you guys next time.
Ooh, okay. No help, nigga. I'm straight. Where it at? On the way. Pray to God every day.